Well, thank you so much, Gary. And the most special guest in the house are joining me, obviously here on my left, Nancy O'Hanlon. Thank you so much for a couple minutes. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Great to be here.
Great. And on my right, we have Gigi and Tim. Thank you so much for being here. It's a special day. I'm going to talk to your mom first and then come back. Nancy, 27 years. It's gone very quickly. I was here when your husband came in as a coach, and what's it been like? Tell me a little bit about those 27 years and the program and how it's changed.
You know what, Mike, it's kind of a blur, to tell you the truth. You know, when I think we came here, they were babies. They were 2.5 and 1.5. And now here we are, you know. They've graduated from Lafayette. My husband's made an incredible impact here. It's just beautiful to see, and everybody here supporting this game. And, you know, the banner, amazing. But again, I can't believe it's been 27 years.
Yeah, and it's amazing. You look around, you see the way the community has obviously accepted you, and you've done the same thing, and that's got to mean so much for you and your children.
It means the world to us. I mean, it was, you know, when we first came here, I didn't know anybody. I only had been to Easton one other time, and everybody in the neighborhood just kind of reached out to us, and having young children made it easier because you met other people with young children. And, you know, I met a lot of people that weren't even involved in basketball. They just were my friends. So it made a lot of difference to be able to come to a great community like College Hill.
Unbelievable. We'll come back in a minute. Let's turn and talk to Gigi here and Tim. I mean, this has got to be incredible. You look around, you think about it, your first impressions, and what was it like growing up on the Hill?
Well, I think growing up on the Hill is such a special place. You know, I loved it. I couldn't think of a better place to grow up. And Tim and I both ended up going to Lafayette too. So it was really great just being able to walk home for a Sunday dinner every now and then. And I have a lot of great memories here. So
yeah, both my kids went here as well. My daughter's at Penn State, but my two boys and my younger boy's a sophomore here now, and they just love it and everything. A special memory, Tim, maybe one you can think of that really can take you back, or a couple maybe.
Yeah, well, you know, this place was always like my playground. I always made it, you know. We always used to set up the pole vaulting mats over there and knock them down, and it was always a lot of fun just hanging out here. And it felt like I had the keys to the place. It was always a great time. Lafayette's been a great place.
And there wasn't really a dry eye in the house when they played that video. That got to me, and I've known your father for 30 years, but that had to be special.
That was really, really spectacular. I mean, everything that they're doing today has been such a treat, and I'm so happy that I get to be here today.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for a couple minutes. We'll turn back to Nancy here. Nancy, the only other question right now is what's next, and are you going to allow him back in the house?
You know, that's a really good question. I think about that a lot.
Sure.
You know, he's still very much active. He loves to bike. He loves to swim. He loves to play the piano. Maybe we'll get the band back together and go on tour. You know, who knows? I think he'd like to stay involved in basketball, though. You know, he's got a lot of friends that are now have their own programs.
All over the country.
All over the country, all over the world.
Yes.
So, you know, there's a lot of options there. He'll be busy. He'll keep busy.
Well, maybe you can get him the little trip around the world, and he can visit those guys.
Lovely.
That would be lovely to get off the hill a little bit.
I love that. I want him to spend at least a couple weeks just, you know, with me, going out to dinner, having some fun together, you know, and then I'll be like, okay, now you go get involved in something.
I was going to say, a couple weeks, and then you turn them loose. Thank you so much for a couple minutes, and congratulations on a special day.
Thank you.
Gary, back to you. A special day here on College Hill.
For sure, Mike, with all Fran's successes, certainly that family right there is one of the major ones.